Right. So this is just another... I decided I was going to redo the playthrough of Kaizo Mario 64. Mainly just because I felt I wanted to do a slightly different format, and just instead of like doing stuff in order, continuing for the last one, I'm just going to start a new one, kind of do whatever I want to. It's probably going to be about an hour in terms of session, but that'll be fine, I think. I don't think it's going to be anything too bad with this. Try and throw in some random stuff on the way. I don't remember too much about this game. I remember some stuff. I was kind of inspired to pick this up again because I saw a frame speedrun and thought this probably isn't too bad compared to the stuff I've done in 10 Years After. It should be reasonable. If you remember, you need to die at the start. Probably will still start by doing like all of BOB. Can I still do this? This doesn't have like agab cam, so I have to like... now I messed up. I'll just... do refill. Should be fine, I think. I might die immediately, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna die immediately. I think at least this one doesn't have like a life counter, so... There we are. We at least made it into the castle. Again, most of the stuff that's like in this is just, I think, like object placement because packs are pretty limited in 2009. I'm not going to necessarily do them in order, I'm just going to do them in just in whatever order I want. Start with... Actually, I probably should get cannon before I do hundo. I don't know why it's not just jumping there. There we are. Yeah. There's one. I don't know how to best set up this angle. Can't remember, I think. There we are. I think we can just mostly keep to this side of the stage, and we can just... okay, but barely, I think. We do have a corner here where we can't have like any chain chomping. Though that's gonna be a problem. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to use American for this. At some point I do want to make like a super dupe sunshine for this game, but I'm mostly waiting on models. How easy would that be to grab? I might restock on the coins down here. Guess I've got something. It's not going to be like one hit death. Yeah, there we are. I was going to do some silence talk while I'm doing Cooper, because Cooper's going to be pretty boring, I think. At least I'm pretty sure it's going to be boring. So, I think earlier today I was doing grinding for Haunted Factory, Red and Hundo in 9A presses, and that was brutal to do. I did try and like think 1.5 hours without save states, but there's 5 pretty perfect dive rollouts you need to do over bottomless pits. And the game crashed. Wait, did it? Or was it just lagging? Okay. I've got to enter the stage again. Well, I guess that's the joy of playing ROM hacks that were made in 2009. Okay, I need to... Yeah, I'll just die. Why not? And for most of instances, you're just dying. Okay. This is going to be an interesting replay through. Again, I'm going to try and do this without save states as much as I can. I don't know whether it comes to doing stuff like trying to just enter stages. Because if it's going to crash all the time, then that's just not going to be fun. But I don't know, I guess I could always try and play some different versions of Project 64. That might work. I don't even know what happened there, but... But yeah, with the... Haunted Factory Reds and Hundo, didn't practice most of the rest when I decided to just give up and do like save states the entire thing. Well, not the entire thing. I decided like I would only do save states for the bits which needed like I had to like grind to save A presses on. I wasn't gonna do if I messed up any A presses, I was just gonna redo. I did get there first try and only needed to reload one save state, which was good. And then I realised it was 10 A presses, not 9, and I had to remember the other one. I saved the other one, but so yeah, I had to redo that. That was frustrating. trying to think what if I've had to do like any major grinds. Oh, this didn't save because it crashed. I might take the other path because that's... I don't actually remember what the last Kaizo hack I played was. They've been 10 years after, actually. Oh no, I don't know, maybe I did actually play Extreme Edition Lite before then. I plan on doing, I guess a more proper playthrough of Extreme Edition. But I will do it with save states because some of the stuff just happening in Crudello is just straight up unfair. So just grind out the having. Okay, I am going to restock on coins. Although I can still live on 2. I just can't get hit again. I don't know why, like, of all stages, when I did play through Extreme Edition Lite, that I decided the one I would do without, like, using save states was Overgrown Oasis, for some reason. And I made the decision of doing Reds of Hundreds, which was not great for that stage. But, I don't know. I also reckon that, like, if I do return to doing more, like, save-stated stuff, that's probably when I'll return to Lug's Tiny Torture, but it's not going to be continued in the same way with the timer. That sort of ended up causing a lot of problems when trying to just do practice, because it only really meant that the way I was doing it, I could only practice 1 star and couldn't really change course. So I basically that's pretty much the reason I decided I wasn't going to do any more of LTT. I'll save those. I don't know if I need any of the pole coins for Hundo. Again, I don't remember too much of the stage. I know that there are like really annoying secrets in this stage, but oh, is there no coins on the island? Because that's a star, isn't it? Okay, well I'm gonna still try and go for Hundo, but I feel like that is... I mean, I remember like I don't think there's actually win cap in this stage. That's probably going to be an annoying way to get up, actually. I'll just do... Again, I probably do need to do a bunch of pole shenanigans. There we are. Does this thing disqualify me? Yeah, oh no, it doesn't actually. But... Okay, so where's the spawn here? I don't actually know what I'm pairing Hundo with yet, if I'm doing it with secrets or if I'm doing it with reds. Because I remember, yeah, I remember that Secrets is kinda... Oh yeah, there's a lot of coins in there. Where's the switch for that? Or do you need to be able to bomb clip through? Oh, no, there is. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of boulders. I'll just take the safe way down. Oh, okay, there's a heart here. That's good. Right, so... I'm trying to remember what other reds there are on this stage, because we've only encountered one. I felt like there's another one on the hill, maybe. But... yeah, there is one on the hill, there. Try and go to the top first, but... Oh, there's one up there. One on there. Maybe I pair it with... Maybe I pair it with secrets. I'm not sure. I'm in danger. There's no... Okay. I thought this hack would be just so much generally easier, I think, with Vanguard Cam, but I don't think anyone's necessarily like pining for this hack with Vanguard Cam. I don't know. Extreme hacks have come a long way since this, though. Did I think get 5 points from this one? I can't remember if I did. I think I did. That one. Okay, and I did spawn some coins. Okay. How many reds do I have? I've only got 3 reds. I could just try the box star and get that over with. Or I could... So that one's going to require a triple jump most likely. Wait, is that up there? Oh no, it's there, okay. I guess I could return with... could return with Vanish maybe if I wanted. But, I mean, I've done it without Vanish. I probably could aim with it with cannon, like about there maybe? Not quite, a bit too high. Let's try arrow there. Too low. Okay, so maybe about there. Still too low. Okay. There maybe? Very some to this, but okay. Yeah, too low. I'll just try and go a bit higher. Just does feel generally a bit too low though, so. I don't remember how much like I had generally planned out when I was doing. I don't even remember what year it was when I was first did this. Could have been like 2023 for all I know. But is there a red within this lot? Doesn't. Oh, there was the one above though. So I got a feeling there's another one that is on a slope somewhere. That's not that one. Not there. We don't have to shoot in this one, do you? Actually, we do need to use this cannon to get the one over there. Or am I gonna die if I try this? I'll try, like... Oh wait, no, you might be able to jump off the island, actually. Yeah, that's way too low. Okay, I'll try the island idea. So, oh yeah, there's what I read there now. That one is just going to be a long jump, right? Though, I would need probably a long jump from... That one might work. Okay, if I backflip like twice and then long jump. Nice. Okay. Now, yeah, that's not nothing there really. So. Is there going to be a red at the top of the mountain? Oh, there's one of the secrets. Am I going to survive if there's a red at the top of the mountain? Probably not at this rate, so I should probably heal. This isn't even a viable way to go. Okay, well I got through, so that's fine. There is a red up there. Okay. So how I could probably just triple jump this, right? Can I sack that ground pound? Yeah, I can. But I do need to. Okay. So now there's just one red left, and I'm not sure where it is. Can't see it now. It's not under the bridge, is it? It's not using one of these slopes. I feel like I would be able to. I don't think draw distance is too bad here, right? So I don't think there's any more in like that area. Let's see if I can get onto the island and see if I can scout out the final red's location. Again, I don't believe red coins have a draw distance issue. So there's one of the secrets. Is it in the other hole, maybe? Because I was wondering that one. I was wondering if there was a red down here. Yes, there is. Okay, still need to be careful though, because I haven't actually got the star yet. Okay, there we are. I'm trying to think if I want to save secrets. Because, I don't know, it might be too long in this first session, just so I can explore a bit more than just Belmont Battlefield, but I don't know, I will. I'm pretty sure when I was doing this the first time, I was either using keyboard controls or I was using a very broken joypad. I think like all of the rubber around the left stick had worn off, because I think I'd got it in 2018. So Now the question is, can we get this with a... Might be able to get that with a psychic ground pound. Oh, okay, that works, that's fine. I might have one try at secrets and then move on to something else. I don't know if we need wing. I don't think we need wing out for this. I don't think you can get wing out for this. So, from what I remember, I'm pretty sure that each cannon has a secret. At least I believe it's each cannon has a secret. From what I remember, there's a really difficult cannon shot from one of them. So that one, I think you just sort of shoot normally. There. No, that's too low. Okay. This one has like that, right? So if I aim slightly above it, yes, okay. Because there are 5 cannons in this stage, so I think this cannon has one as well. Pretty sure. At least I believe it does. I'm not actually sure where it would be, but I just don't think I remember where it would be. Because again, I guess these are the 2 secrets I found the locations of, so... Wait, was that actually the one on the gate, or... try... there. Too high. Okay. Yeah, this one has got one all the way up there, so just shoot, like, max, I guess? Okay. I'm trying to think if we could feasibly get... I was thinking if we could feasibly get the other cannon with a triple jump, maybe, but... Would it be worth it? Maybe. No, I think it's too far distant for you to be able to get with a triple jump, so we went too high last time, I think. From when... Pretty sure I did. So... maybe just, like... there would be fine. Let's get that to... there. There. Okay. So that's 3 of the cannons done. I don't remember if there's one where you just sort of shoot straight from the middle from one of them, I think. Or something like that. One of them is one of them does have like a very... At least from what I remember, one of them is very stupid in terms of how you get it. So, this one... cannot see any coins with. So I'll just shoot like towards this class. No, okay. I'll try this one, see if this is the one that you just shoot out of. Nope. I don't think we can get good shots from this either, so... Oh, okay, so that is one of the ones. Although, did we could probably get it from this cannon, right? If we can't see it from this one, so I'll see if this is the one that we just sort of want to... Yes, that works. So there's one cannon left. I want to say it's over this way somewhere. Didn't see anything. Oh, it's the one on the gate. No, it's that one. There, okay. Right, can we get it with this cannon? So that one was... That's too far to the... Oh, there we are, yeah. Okay. So just like there, probably? Yes, there we are. And that is Bomb and Battlefield done. Okay, that's about half the time done for the session. So I did actually have a look at the previous playlist to see what levels I had done, just so I knew what levels I could do without having to unlock all caps. And you can do Aquarium, so I'm pretty sure you can do Jolly Roger Bay. That requires, I want to say, Metal Cap. But yeah, I think the main thing with this is just all of the coins are now in corners. Not really a lot that you can do to make Aquarium hard. Also noticing they remove, I think it's one of the MIP stars has been removed. Okay, yeah, so this one does make two changes. Because I knew that they added one star to slide to compensate for the fact that you would never get a star in Bowser free. But I didn't know they removed, and I'm pretty sure that pretty sure that is the second MIPS is removed. And instead you've got to get no one-on-one cap from that. Quite interesting if like Extreme Edition has sort of a similar thing, whereas I think 2 stars get smoothed instead of just 1 with something like this. Or I think, for example, like Champions Challenge doesn't exist in Extreme Edition, and that's just replaced with... What was it? Champion Challenge is replaced with Tribe Bridge. But then there's also an extra star in there was also an extra star in Metal Cap, or what's it called, Toxic Terrace, and that comes from... What actually does that come from? I'm trying to remember. I want to say it's an overworld. Is it an overworld one? I don't actually know if it's an overworld one or not. I don't think it's like a compromise for the fact that Bowser 3... I don't think Bowser 3's got 1 less. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's not anything in any of the main stages. It could only be bonus stages. Slide still got 4. Vanish still a 6. Oh no, yeah, because you're adding... So yeah, you're adding 6 when you're doing the Triarch, right? That's where the other 6 come from. There is a switch from 1. And I'm trying to remember... Maybe there's only 1 MIPS? Potentially? There are 3 Toads still. Just 2 of them are in Hub 3 instead of in Hub 1. Probably should focus a bit more on the slide, but... Oh, that's probably bugging if I don't figure out what it is. Yeah, it's these really weird... like... Because there are 2 really weird ones in slide here, which I think I only got 1 of when I did my first playthrough with this. So, which... Okay. I don't remember which pillar the other star is on. Although I'm probably going to get... Is it that one? I think it might maybe be. I don't remember how you shoot at that. Is it still blue coin switch on slide? There doesn't look like there was a switch and slide, so you have to go with this. Okay, probably do a few attempts of this and then I'll try and move on to something else for... Might do... Okay, can I just jump off here? I can, but that's pretty much just death, I think. Oh, there's a switch on there. Okay. I mean, I'm also pretty much dead regardless, so... Nah, that's okay. So at least get a star though, so I can at least heal. But... I am kind of stumped on what to do in this. Oh, I just remembered, yeah, there were actually 2 stars in Champions Challenge, so that's where the other one went. One went to Triarch and the other went to Metal Cap. There we are. Okay, that's solved. Because this one is like... This requires, I'm pretty sure, like a really precise jump to do. To get... Because there is one on the grey thing. Maybe I like... Nah, okay. So maybe I just... I might leave it for now. I will try and do... I don't know if I'm going to do Reds in Bowser 1. I just want to get the first key, I think. Again, that one is... yeah. Oh, I think I just want to... I'm not going to bother doing this in any majorly particular order. I'm just going to... I'll come back for whatever stars I need. That's sort of why I'm using the star tracker, just so I can remember which secret stars I've done. But with this I should have access to all three. Okay, that should be fun to move on, and then this one here. Okay, so just sort of go here, and so I do remember that a bunch of these, like, this one uses a cork box from what I remember for pushing some stuff. And that one is the one that, yeah. This one does require a triple jump, like the one in Bowers in the Sky. 1, 2, nope, not quite. Okay, 3, nope, that's might veer off the edge. 1, 2, nope. 1, 2. Just take this. This will be easier, I think. There we are. Might kill. Do I wanna... Nah. Yep, this is why you don't sell snippets. Should have just skipped it, I think. But that's, I don't know, whatever. I got like the rest of this first try, so again, I think it is just the ending there that's going to be like the only major roadblock. I don't even know if I even played Bowser in the Dark World when I did my thing of it. I mean, because like this one, you do need all 120 to even beat it, so there's like we'd be forced to get this anyway. But I don't know. I'm not. I'll sort of try and do things that whenever I feel like I want to. Really, I'm not gonna necessarily force myself to complete all of one stage in one go. I'm just sort of gonna do whatever I'm comfortable with. And I guess since I did do all of BOB 3 or 4, I at least sort of was familiar enough with it where I knew what to do. But with the other levels, not so much. So okay, I need to be slightly quicker. I actually don't know if I know a lot about the middle of this game, because I've had some exposure from like the Final Bounties Kaizo video and like the frame speedrun I watched a few days ago. I think the only stage I actually watched in full was Lethal Lava Land, because I don't want it spoiled too much. But Lethal Lava Land looks okay. I don't think there's anything there which is like I feel like I would have a major problem with. Potentially there might be, but I'm not gonna... Again, I think it's just like, I have done stuff which I would say is harder than most of the stuff in this game, because there's only so much you could really do in 2009, but... Which feels a bit weird, there's not like been any sort of, I guess, significant like vanilla Kaizos for this game since Kaizo Mario 64, which is why I wanted to make one. But yeah, just sort of model troubles was the main thing. I was gonna like have slightly altered models, which means I couldn't have just done Toadstool 64, and the like main ROMAC editor doesn't have any good like default models like Toad's Tools, I think seemingly does. And there's, yeah, just not really a lot of good model rips I found. I think only, like, very recently, I think they added, like, the entire, like, level library. And so I did try going through some stuff with that, but a lot of the ones which are very disconnected has everything done in parts. Although, I don't think this used to be the case, because the wing cap one I did download for, like, a concept idea, which I did end up finishing, at least sort of the model of, wasn't like all disconnected, and Wingmare Over the Rainbow isn't, so I'm not sure why just trying to get Rainbow Ride to work was such a pain, where just like all of the models individually are just like their own thing and they're not connected, so that causes the problem of I don't know where stuff is supposed to go. Because I have like ideas for once that's done to also do like an Extreme Edition version of it, which has some pretty, I don't know if it's either interesting or just really hard ideas for levels. But I might talk about that more in depth at some point, what ideas I have for like a, I guess it would be a base game. It could just be a base game Extreme Edition. Another problem I have is that I think my version of SketchUp like can't import objects, so I was more scared of like texture for like having to match up textures like to the original. And I feel like Wikipedia had like fully in-depth placements for all levels, but it looks like they only do for Worm's Fortress for some reason. So I couldn't use that as a guide if I needed to be able to correctly position things. I think, yeah, that hack idea might just remain as like a potential in the future, but not one I'm necessarily, I guess, probably optimistic about finishing, at least with what's available at the moment. Because I do feel like I don't have enough to be able to pull off what I want. I mean, I don't know if there's been like any other models done of levels, but I don't know. Again, I also don't know whether or not I just save the model ideas for a different video entirely, or if I just leave it more as like conversation whenever I'm doing stuff like this, because it might be interesting to talk about as like a, I don't know what sort of thing it would be, but I mean I did end up doing a bunch of models for some of them, but not all of them. I did actually get one of the custom levels working, where it had like all of its stars done, with the exception like one had to be slightly reworked due to like object bangs. So my version of Worm's Fortress was going to like be very Thwomp centric, but the plan was to have a textured IROC boss fight for Star 5, I believe it was. And the problem is that you can't get Thwomps and IROC in the same stage, so that doesn't work really. How did I get that the first time? I think if I ledge grab that one, it should be easy, but I don't know. Not sure when I'm gonna. I will at least try and beat Bowser in the Dark World during this first video. If I die during the Bowser fight, is that gonna cause me to die for like the rest of it? Also, nah, I've got Chuckya. I can get onto Chuckya. That'll be fine. Damn it. This would be something that like Aglab Khan should make pretty easy, I think. I don't know, I guess I'm also sort of... I've done a lot of ROM hack stuff today with like the very long grind for Haunted Factory, Red and Hundo. But still, I did actually get all of Bowl and Change Up Battlefield that would be done today, so I can at least be proud of that. I don't actually do you need to make it up there for the star spawn? Ah, damn it. I don't remember. You might need to actually. Okay, I think, at least from what I remember, I think the metal box is not actually under the pipe. I think it's kind of out to the side. I want to say that might be where the red coin star spawns. And I think that would also mean that when we die, it's not going to be you have to redo the entire level all over again. But I'm trying to think about what... nah, because like, it's probably mostly going to be flames, right? Somewhat risky, but I'll take it. I don't actually know if like Star Road's free DS port actually came to fruition. And there was something that I think Skellixer mentioned doing, but I have no idea if that's something that ended up like really finalizing. I don't know if it's a case of not getting enough speed or if I need to get a wall kick done, like, a specific frame. Because I know there's like some some movements do require second frame wall kicks, which I think is somewhat harder than firsties, at least to identify in some cases. At least I think, at least in Super Mario 74, there are like, you will get sparks to indicate if you firstied. I don't know how many other hacks it's the case for. I think it's the case for a few others. At least I think is a good indicator that you have got firstie. So I think I remember once I was doing a grind of like Luminium Sphere that I think ended up getting like 7 firsties in during Star 3, but Okay, so you just need to long jump at the right time for that. Okay. I'm doing that. I guess it's also doing the rest of the stage quite quickly as well. But... okay. No, I'm probably too slow for that. What? I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna just minimize my videos. Maybe that'll help. Not quick enough. So I wonder if I need to do some kicks maybe. think it's under the time. But that is, I think, what you need to do. Okay. Okay, so I need to long jump if I am to try and do that again. I did try and jump kick, but got too much speed and died. Okay, no, didn't quite get it. For the moment, the case, but. Nah, that's too slow. Damn it. Yes. That's the problem with long jumping, is that you just you're gonna yourself. So okay, so maybe a double jump dive might work better. I got it. Please don't be bullshit in this boss fight. There's only one bomb. Oh no, there's a few. You have to throw them really far. So we better maneuvering. Then again, I don't think this is like that much different to like 74's Dark World. Was basically the same thing. Or Bowser's Island Battlefield. Okay, now so I need to be a bit more. Let's try again. 2, 3. Nice. There we are. Okay. And that's base one unlocked. I think that's a good place to leave this one. Didn't get as many stars as I hoped I would, but did at least beat Bowser in the Dark World. So yeah, that is, I guess, part 1 of this Kaizo Mario series. And I'll see you next time.